and very difficult to accept yourself as you are. Very difficult. And this is where, but once you practice it, slowly, it's so simple. It's so easy. Because it's so natural. So natural.
If we take this as a experiment, there is any danger and you can advise us for?
Danger is what I am saying is the depression of mind.
It's the only.
Because you might go through the depression. These are side effects of this remedy. So I am just, but once you start doing it, then you will share the actual problems on the path. I have not to tell you now that what are the dangers. Let you just jump into it, and then I will see that you know the dangers.
Shraddha and saburi, constant hope. ये ज आपने मक्स रखो.
Saburi means have patience. Even Lao Tzu says in Tao Sutra, have patience, let this mud settle by itself. That means what? Nothing happens overnight. You should have trust, and trust creates the patience. Have patience. Wait. Overnight you are not going to change. Overnight you are not going to get transformation. But if you are understanding, and each experience of your own will give you somewhere a clarity that it is, you are on the right path. You are getting somewhere, because like a lightning, somewhere something becomes clear, and in that clarity you understand that you know something. It is not that you have a knowledge of something, you know something, that where is the chair, where is the toilet, and just a spark of that light. You know something. This knowing slowly opens up. Slowly opens up. How it opens up, it depends upon how seriously you do it, how honestly you do it, how sincerely you do it.
स्वामी जी वहाँ से वापस भी लोग लौट आते हैं?
बहुत. मेरे अनुभव में 10 साल से I am sharing with the people since last 10 years, and my experience says that 90% of the people have run away from me. You see, they don't stay with me, because this is not the mind's journey. This is not the mind. They run away. They go to some other shop where there is something that they can buy. Here nothing you can buy. Everything you got, you are going to lose.
The dark night of the mind, many people try to escape from there. As you know me for so long, do you think I was escaping into?
Why should I answer? You know it.
I know it. I'm thinking I was escaping because once I accept life, okay, I will become a beggar.
Because this path is not offering you anything that you are going to become somebody, or achieve something, or reach somewhere.
Yes.
This path slowly dissolves you. And this is the problem with the mind, because mind wants to become somebody. It is not a path of a Siddha. It is the path of the Buddha, where there is the clarity, the understanding which flowers, but the ego and the mind dissolves. There, the knowledge you acquire so much in the Siddha path, the powers you acquire so much, and the strong mind and the strong ego is developed. Now, which path is attractive? Naturally this, where the mind is happy. Mind wants some power so that it can prove itself superior to someone. The ego is happy, the mind is happy. The mind naturally goes in that direction. 99% of the spiritual people are on the path of a Siddha. They are on the path of the Siddha. They want to get to some power. They may not be aware of it, but the people who are powerful, they always attract you. You want to become like that. You don't go to Osho, or you don't go to some enlightened master because you are interested in understanding something. You have very subtle desire inside to become like him. You see, everybody carries a desire that one day I want to become Osho. you are attracted with the richness, with the glory, that glamour. Who doesn't want it? Very few were there who are really thirsty, I tell you. And now it is very easy to copy Osho.
But I try to get into the Siddhi path and go up to Chandra Swami because that's real power. But unemployed.
Anybody can be your goal, you know.
Yeah.
According to the level of your desires, you know. Anybody can be your goal. So then, खोलना कौन है?
स्वामी एक प्रश्न और स्वामी जी,
हाँ
क्या ये जैसे किसी को ज्ञान होने के बाद, जैसे आपको ये एनलाइटमेंट हुआ, उसके बाद क्या वो सब कुछ जानता है?
वो फिक्र भी नहीं करता कि क्या जानना है.
नहीं, फिक्र नहीं करता, ठीक है, लेकिन
See, the problem is
आपके शिष्यों को ऐसा प्रॉब्लम होता है कि आप सब कुछ जानते हैं, इस भ्रम में पूजा करने लगते हैं लोग.
ये तो बात है ना, रवा दो.
तो उसके लिए क्या?
See, the problem is the more you get to this awakening, the more you understand that there is nothing that you understand. कुछ क्लेम नहीं है, कुछ मैंने जान लिया है वो भी क्लेम नहीं
हाँ,
है.
वो भी नहीं है,
क्योंकि जानने वाला ही नहीं है तो जानना
नहीं है.
क्या है.
वही मैं भी ये बता रहा हूँ, लेकिन लोग जो आपके फेलोवर हैं वो आपको पूजा करने लगेंगे, फिर क्या करेंगे आप?
तो फिर हम बैठे हैं ना यहाँ,
पूजा
उनको-
करवाने देंगे क्या प्रॉब्लम?
हाँ डंडा मारने को बैठा है ना,
तो फिर
वो तो फिर काम क्या है?
ओशो जैसा प्रॉब्लम फिर आपके ऊपर आएगा तो?
नहीं आएगा कभी, क्योंकि ओशो
स्वीकार है तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
ओशो ने जो
आपका मतलब है
ओशो ने जो
स्वीकार है ना?
नहीं, देखो एक बात स्वामी जी, ये मैंने अंतःकरण से पूछा है, मैं जान रहा हूँ कि इनके
नहीं, मैं आई एग्री विथ यू, आई एग्री विथ यू
हाँ,
टोटली, बिकॉज
इसलिए बता रहा
बिकॉज people start worshipping,
हाँ.
because worship means what, they start making you as a goal, that मेरे को किरण भाई जैसा होना है,
हूँ. हाँ,
कॉपी कर
किरण जैसा होना
हाँ,
है,
बस, किसी
यानी किरण जिस अवस्था में है उस अवस्था में मुझे जाना है.
हाँ, बस यही मेरा कहना है.
You see, people start dreaming about, they start creating a goal or dream about. That is very natural with the mind, you know. That is very natural, which I also agree that when I was sitting in front of Osho, I was also dreaming that I want to be like him. I want to be like a Buddha, you see. That is natural. And worship starts the moment you make somebody as idol. एक गोल बना लिया, एक आइडल बना लिया, उसकी वर्शिप शुरू हो जाती है. वर्शिप स्टार्ट्स देयर. बट द पर्सन इज नॉट डेड. द वन हु इज सिटिंग देयर इज नॉट डेड. ही नोज अप टू व्हाट टाइम, अप टू व्हाट लेवल द फिंगर हैज टू बी गिवन. जब फिंगर हाथ से निकालना है तो वो भी जानता है कब फिंगर निकालनी है. ओशो वाज ऑल्सो नोइंग. ये मास्टर जानता है. अभी तो क्या है, सबको आराम हो गया, मास्टर है ही नहीं,
कोई नहीं है.
तो अभी तो कुछ भी बना लो. अभी एक इमेजिनरी फिंगर खड़ी करके उसको पकड़ के चलो. दैट इज वाई ओशो सेड दैट फाइंड आउट ए लिविंग मास्टर.
स्वामी जी, दुनिया आपको भी कह सकती है कि आप ओशो के साथ रह करके और आपने फिर ओशो नहीं रहे इसलिए आपने ये सब खड़ा कर लिया.
कहने दो ने, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
हाँ, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ. ऐसा
वही-
तो और आपको भी कह
क्योंकि जो मूर्छा में जीते हैं
हाँ,
वो कुछ भी कहे.
ये आपका पर्सनल एनलाइटमेंट.
लेकिन आई एम सेइंग दैट इट इज द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द मास्टर हु इज वेरी क्लियर विथ हिज
हाँ,
मिशन
बिल्कुल.
कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं और उससे उसी माध्यम से क्या हो रहा है.
भटका रहे हैं लोगों को.
तो जगाने का काम कर रहे हैं ना.
हाँ बिल्कुल, आप ठीक कर रहे हैं. अच्छा.
See, the work which I see is to awaken people, not to give a dream.
हाँ,
If I am in a dream,
ये संगीत, ये बाजा, ये नाच, ये गाना, ये क्या है?
इसलिए तो ये मुझे कह रहा है कि आपके प्रवचन में कोई जोक्स नहीं आती है, कोई स्टोरी नहीं आती है.
जीवंत व्यक्ति वो चला गया.
ज्यादा लोग आएंगे नहीं।
अब वो
तो-
चला गया तो एक व्यक्ति ऐसा चाहिए जो हमें सही रास्ता
मिठाई बांटनी चाहिए।
ओशो नहीं बनना है ना।
Superman
ओशो नहीं है ये
कॉपी
भाई।
नहीं करनी इनको।
कॉपी नहीं, लेकिन इनलाइटमेंट जो हुआ है उसका ज्ञान कैसे समाज को देना है,
वो तो
इनका
दे रहे
अपना
हैं।
तरीका है.
पर स्वामी जी आप कैसे देंगे वो बताइए ना।
अरे नहीं स्वामी जी, मैं नहीं दूंगा.
और मैं आपको एक बताऊं, आई टेल यू वन थिंग.
हाँ, मुझे हुआ है, इसका मैं प्रमाण नहीं देना चाहता, लेकिन इतना जरूर मैं कहूँगा कि स्वामी जी को हुआ, क्योंकि मैं इसका प्रत्यक्षदर्शी हूँ, ये मैं कह सकता
और मैं कहता हूं मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ.
हूँ. तो वही
तो भरोसा ही
आप-
नहीं है।
वो तो भरोसा नहीं है, इसी इसलिए क्योंकि अब धीरे धीरे जो बढ़ेगा तब आपको भरोसा आ जाएगा।
नहीं, वो उनकी फैक्ट्री
ये
अच्छे
दुनिया
ढंग से
भरोसा
नहीं
दिला
चलती है ना, इसलिए ये शुरू
ये
किया है।
दुनिया भरोसा दिला देगी, ऐसा नहीं है।
नहीं,
सचमुच में।
एक बात आपको बताऊं, वन थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर दैट द मोमेंट यू आर नॉट, व्हेन यू आर गॉन, देन व्हाट रिमेन्स इज जस्ट योर एम्प्टीनेस.
एक आनंद
Through that emptiness, what flows through you is not in your hand, is not in your
हाँ, वो
hand.
तो नेचर में है।
Then what way life wants to flow through you depends upon his wish. ये कहाँ से आता है? From where it is coming. I am not reading anything. I am not preparing any answers that what answer I should give it to the. कुछ भी नहीं. यहाँ से खड़ा हो जाऊँगा, फिर टीवी देखूँगा या गपशप मारूँगा,
हाँ,
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. और फिर फैक्ट्री में जाऊँगा, बिजनेस करूँगा, पैसे कमाऊँगा, फैमिली के साथ मज़ा करूँगा, बच्चों के साथ खेलूँगा. When these people came, I was playing with my grandson.
नेचुरल।
कोई दबाव नहीं है कि क्या बोलूँगा. अभी यहाँ बिठा दिया है जीवन ने, तो वही बोलेंगे, मुझे क्या लेना देना है.
बहुत सुंदर।
I have nothing to do with it. That's why many times I say that when you are listening, I am also listening. I am also listening to myself that what is coming through it. और कभी कभी इतनी अच्छी बात आ जाती है तो मुझे भी आनंद आ जाता है. Sometimes it comes so beautiful that I also enjoy it.
स्वामी जो हो रहा है ये कुदरत का करिश्मा है,
बस
और होने दीजिए इसको, बहुत अच्छा है.
और
और
I don't claim, मैं तो I tell people that I am more ordinary than you people.
हाँ,
I am more ordinary.
एक शुरुआत है लेकिन ये बहुत बड़ा होगा.
मैं कोई गुरु नहीं हूँ. आई एम नॉट ए मास्टर, आई एम नॉट ए गुरु, आई एम नॉट एन एनलाइटन पर्सन, आई एम नॉट एनी बडी. द मोमेंट दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग ओपनड अप, देर इज नो बडी हियर. तो इन्होंने जो सेकंड प्रश्न पूछा था हमारे,
बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न पूछा
तीन
था.
बॉडी वाले।
हाँ, हाँ.
वी कम टू द सेकंड क्वेश्चन दैट ही
हाँ,
आस्क्ड, that he asked about the
Three types of enlightenment.
हाँ,
the body.
What I listen from people. No, three type of enlightenment.
Three types of
One is
enlightenment.
Fifth body, sixth body, and seventh body.
हम्म,
Just like somebody say Mahavira on fifth body, soul. Somebody is Brahma, master, just like Osho, and somebody is totally dissolved, then seven. So where are you?
I am nobody.
So not beginning also.
That's why that this question I was asked many times, because when I started sharing with the people, there was a circular given to all the Osho centers all over the world that Kiran is not enlightened.
They're right.
And yeah, Kiran is in the fifth body, and he has to still pass through these two bodies for next two lives. So he is not enlightened. He is on the fifth body. So nobody should go to my satsang and listen to me.
So at least you are fifth body.
Yeah, that is. So somebody came from the Osho center in my satsang and asked this question, that we have been told by an authority in the ashram that you are not enlightened and you are not in the seventh body, but you are in the fifth body. So what exactly is the situation as you are asking? Where are you?
I have not this idea, but I have to ask. Yeah.
So this question was asked and I was just laughing. I said, I am just trying to look inside which body I am, but there is nobody there.
But I am not body, nobody.
There is nobody there.
कबीर ने यही कहा था कि जब मैं खोजता था नहीं मिला, और जब मैं मिला तो खो गया.
So I told this
हो सकता है कि किरण
person
खो गया.
that I am trying to find out, because they are the people who are more clever and more intelligent and more grown people. So they might be giving me some certificate about I am in the fifth body or sixth body, but
No.
as far as I understand,
I have
I am
no body.
no, I am nobody. So there is no body and nobody. But as far as there is some understanding that I know about from my body here, this physical body has a name Kiran. उतना मुझे मालूम है,
इतना मालूम.
बाकी कुछ मालूम नहीं. So if there is two lives, further two lives, which I doubt, so ask them at least to certify me that I will be born again for two lives again.
Possible that you go to fourth body also.
But this, let us be very serious about it. The whole understanding of the bodies, which is given into the Yoga Shastra, Patanjali Yoga Shastra and other books, it is related to the Siddha Marga. You see, where the water starts boiling from 10 degree to 20 degree, 30 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, and then 100 degree. So there are degrees of temperature when you are boiling yourself. So when you are making an effort, indirectly you are creating a boiling point inside. So it is like you may be at the 80 degree, so still you have to go to the 90 degree and reach to the 100 degree, so that it transforms into vapor. The water transforms into vapor. So this is a Siddha Marga, where each step is slowly taken, and then you are rising and rising and rising from first chakra to the second chakra to the third chakra to the fourth chakra, and then you reach to the seventh chakra, seventh body. So this is the path of a yoga, a yogi, a siddha. But for the Buddha, the beginning is the end.
First and last.
There is nothing that you are boiling there. You are just relaxed the way it is happening there. If there is a sun, the water becomes hot. When the sun is gone, it comes back to the coolness. When there is a wind, it is getting little more ripples and waves. When the wind is gone, it comes back to the coolness and silence. So this is natural state. So it has not to go to the boiling point and become the vapor, and then vapor becomes the cloud, and cloud becomes water again and falls into the ground. ये लंबी जर्नी है ही नहीं.
All are one.
बहुत अच्छा.
There is no long journey there. The way I am relaxed. So this water has the understanding that I do not want to come to that natural state of coolness and silence through the effort. The natural disturbance which is happening because of wind, the water understands that this is natural. If there is a hot water which is happening because of the sun's heat, the water understands that it is because of the sun. But water remains into that inner coolness and inner silence with all the heat and the disturbance outside. This is the Buddha way. This is the Sufi way. Then there is no need to go to higher and higher and higher to the boiling point, and then become a vapor, and then turn into cloud, and then again shower and become the water and cool water. It's all shortcut.
From very beginning.
So you are happy the way you are, that's all. Finish. That's what I am saying. Come back to your natural state. This is the title of my website that he has given. Come back to your natural state.
This is the name of your...
Yes. And understand that you are that witnessing, you are that awareness who is aware of all that change that is happening. The moment you wake up and understand, you are free. You are liberated. That's all. There is no freedom from something. The freedom from the misunderstanding. It is not the freedom from the sleep when you wake up. It is the freedom from the misunderstanding that you carried. That's all. This is the awakening. So this is a shortcut, very simple, ordinary way. But that doesn't make you anybody. That's the problem. Why people do not like this? Because it does not make you anybody. You become so ordinary than an ordinary person. You are just ordinary. I have seen a lot of people who are so ordinary but awakened. So ordinary. You are even not able to recognize. Even your next door neighbor is an enlightened person, you are not able to know it. He doesn't claim anything, but he is dancing with life. He is singing with life. He has no complaints. In every village in India, you will find one Bhagat. A person whom we treat as if it is a mad person. but they are the wisest people. If you just sit quietly with that people, they will share the real understanding of life, which you will not find in any scriptures or any books. You see, these are the people who do not claim, but they are just in harmony with life, dance with life. And this is the meaning of life. What are we searching? Ask yourself, what do we want from this life? We have lost this balance, we have lost this harmony, and that losing the harmony has created this unhappiness. And this search of happiness has brought us into so many long journey in finding out this happiness or bliss, but you don't realize what is the cause of unhappiness. Happiness is the natural state. The unhappiness has come because you are not accepting or understanding the natural unhappiness given by the life itself. We want permanent happiness, which is not possible. But there is a permanent happiness state inside which is remaining undisturbed with all the unhappiness around you. That is a permanent happiness. It is not the freedom from the unhappiness, but it is the awakening, realization of this truth that this is the way it is. This is the way life is. Understand it. This is the way life is. Once you understand this is the way life is, this understanding will change, bring you transformation.
Kiran, you was aware that you choose the path of a spiritual path?
Pardon?
You was aware that you choose the spiritual path?
I have not followed. Me? Spiritual path? Yes, that's why I am talking to you, because I have gone through all this what you are passing through.
Because me, I was asked the question. I saw I was never really choosing the spiritual path. I was looking for love.
What was the meaning of love?
Just to come. No outside. I didn't find outside.
No, but when you say that you are looking for love, you must have the definition of love.
I don't know, some kind of harmony.
Ask yourself, you see, mind is such a cunning mind that it changes the words, But indirectly, by searching the love also, you are searching the happiness or harmony with the life itself. Isn't it? If you ask yourself, through love also, what were you searching? What were you searching? You might have heard from the love you will get something, but what were you searching? The same happiness, same harmony that we are trying to find from the life. What is making us miserable is this life which is all the time creating problem each moment. Isn't it? Everybody has a different problem, a different situation, which disturbs you, where you are not in harmony, where you are all the time in fight. But somebody gave you an answer that if you find the love, you will be in harmony. So you are searching the love. But what were you searching through love? What were you searching?
Some happiness.
That's what I'm saying. Happiness is the ultimate search from the mind, because mind itself is the unhappiness state. See, this is the problem. We may use any word, but it leads you to the same goal. Each one is struggling hard, striving, desiring, longing, thirsty about how to become happy. That's all. Because you are so miserable now. Everybody is so miserable with the life. The life is suffering. Life is misery. This is your experience of life. Actually, life is not misery. Life is not suffering. Pardon?
I experience both.
You experience worst. Both.
I experience the misery and also I experience the life itself.
But then the experience that you are talking about, the absence of unhappiness, is somewhere created by the mind itself. So you have experienced the unhappiness and the absence of unhappiness, which you call happiness. It is not happiness. It is the absence of unhappiness. You understand the difference? How the mind plays a game. Mind is capable enough to create through certain means the absence of unhappiness. And you are just, you get it?
Okay.
So we are, suppose you are so much tense and you go to the movie. For 2 hours, you create an absence of tension by using the movie. So the technique or the means that the mind has invented to forget the tension, and that 2 hours when you come out of the theater, how do you say that, I was so happy? So your meaning of happiness, definition of happiness means you were having the absence of unhappiness for 2 hours.
Forgetfulness.
You forgotten the unhappiness for 2 hours, isn't it? But then how does the unhappiness comes back the moment you come out of the hall? It was already there. You were successful in forgetting it or suppressing it. But that's a mind game. But that's not real happiness. The real happiness, when you are really into the state of happiness, it includes all unhappiness. And you are still happy.
But this is for me the being. When you are touched with your being, I feel this.
Where is the being? You don't know. Where is the being? You know, it's all words. Are you separate from the being? It's all words that we are all caught into this game. We talk all big words, you know. We have learned so many big words, but we don't know what it means. We speak Paramatman, Brahman, Atman, God, realization. What nonsense. So everything is words. You have no understanding of what it means. And we use it. See. There is nothing like realization. There is nothing like Atman or Paramatman or Brahman. There is no experience of Brahman. When you are Brahman, you are Brahman. That's all. So Brahman in you is separate or one. When you are separate, then you can say, I am Brahman. I is separate, Brahman is separate. But when you are Brahman, where is the I who claims that I am Brahman? See, where is the I?
Here in the mind.
The mind is there, then you are not actually the Brahman. So it's a mind game. It's a mind game. So any experience that you claim is a mind game. Understand that. People do not realize this. So you just become silent. That's all. You just silent. At the most, you can laugh. You can dance. You can sing. You can cry. That's all. But you cannot utter a single word that who you are. Where is I who claims? There is nobody there. You see. That's why I sometimes get surprised that people just claim something. Wow, I said. And they put the board there in German bakery that enlightened master. Instant enlightenment in 8 days. Wow. Who doesn't want it? How much?
Kiran Baba, the Indian sannyasis or the meditators, basically they are in a loop now, especially in Korea.
They are in a
Loop. They want to do meditation, but they want to earn money. Some of them have decided कि मेरे को 20 लाख मिले, I am happy. Somebody 50 lakhs, somebody 1 crore. Now the outside world is a very competitive world. If the outside world you start accepting or being patient, that goal will not be complete. Inner world, it is hare chuke world. So it is a very arduous work, and the stillness of the mind, the attachment of the mind.
That is why they want to make money and buy the enlightenment.
Okay, one way can
Now there are shops available who are selling enlightenment.
No, तो ऐसा भी तो हो सकता
Somebody need enlightenment, somebody
Totally
need
go
money.
into money, totally go into money,
Totally.
suffer, be competitive and stop.
See, basically, either you want to get enlightened or get money is a mind game. Whether you get something is not the way you want it, it is the way life wants it. This is the fact. So it is not the result of your effort or your intellect that you get the money. If somebody thinks that if I have the intellect and I can do much effort so that I can become rich, it is not true. It is not true. So the people who are rich may be believing that because of their effort and because of the intellect they got to that, but it is also not true, because it is somewhere gift from the existence, a life which is gifting you. What is where you are and what you have is not the way you want it, it is the way he wants it. The life wants it, the existence wants it, and this is what the mind does not want to accept it. You see, so you have to do the effort the way life puts you into the challenges, situations, and respond to it. So by responding to the life challenges, whatever is then received by you is a gift from the existence, not in proportion to your effort or your intellect, but your sincere total effort, your honest effort, not desiring the fruit out of it, but doing your duty by understanding that what you are asked to do at this moment, do it totally. That's all.
But if everything is
Like Krishna
existence, then somebody is thief, somebody is murderer, somebody is nonsense terrorist. This also God?
There is no God as such.
No.
You see.
If everything he want and as it is, you are nowhere. So he want ultimate. That's why everything is. So
See,
somebody do
there is
this or that. Then
this is a well organized system where there is no organizer there. We have projected an organizer which we labeled as God, the creator, who is having the power and control to change and to manipulate. This is our misunderstanding. This is systematically well organized system which is controlled by a natural law. Natural law. What is that natural law? Is the expression of that nature in each expression is somewhere creating a balance and harmony in accordance with the natural law. This is how the well organized system is. And this well organized system has something, a purpose behind creating each expression. Each expression, the life who has created this expression has a purpose behind it. So what is that purpose? And accordingly the life has given that expression the quality of the being. That is what we call the nature of the being. Each expression has its own nature, and that nature is used by the existence or the life for keeping the harmony, the balance into the whole natural law. So if you are into the harmony, then your expression will be in accordance with what is now demanded, accordance with the purpose of your creation. So what you are asking is, if anybody is a thief, anybody is a murderer, if anybody is a bad person, whether the same life is making them a murderer or a thief. If he is coming back to its natural harmony, then whatever way life wants to maintain this balance of the natural law, he will behave. Chili is harsh, the sugar is sweet. The nature of chili is given to the chili. The nature of sugar is given to the sugar, the sweetness and the harshness. Each expression has its own nature. The fire has a nature to burn. The water has a nature to cool down. Each expression has a nature, but each expression is remaining into the harmony by accepting its own nature. Then wherever it is required by the existence to use this nature without breaking the harmony, it will be used. So when the fire is demanded to be used, the fire can be used. When the water is demanded to be used, the water can be used. It will be in that natural process. Our judgment that this is wrong and this is right, this is bad and this is good, is coming from our own conditioned mind. We believe that the thief, the murderer, the bad person is a bad person, and the good person, it is according to our frames of the conditioned mind, that we have judged them, this is bad. But according to the life, the chili, harshness of the chili is not bad. But if you eat the chili and you will say chili is bad, it is your own judgment coming from the conditioned mind there.
But
So-
what about human being?
Human beings also is expressing same kind of nature. So in the balance somewhere we do not know what exactly is the purpose, the ultimate, the greater purpose which we call. We do not know this. Nobody can understand the greater purpose. But according to the personal level, we try to understand that is there any level which is called the better level or the bad level. It is our own judgment. But the life knows how to use the qualities which is negative or positive into each person at certain point, at certain time, at certain situations. That's all.
But in everything, existence, handling and everything okay in balance and some harmony. We not understand this is our fault. And what about do-gooders and moralists and police and court?
This is meant for keeping the balance into society which human beings have created. The morals that we have
This
created.
is our creation.
Yes.
Not concerned with
Nothing with the existence. Nothing. Otherwise, if you tell this lion that you are killing these deers, but the lions will look at you, what are you talking?
This is my food. Only feeling.
Yeah. So this is how the balance is
So
maintained.
it means nature is different thing, and our human beings' creation is
Is
our
different.
own 80%
Our own.
nonsense thing.
You cannot judge it is nonsense. It is meant to keep the balance into the society because the humans are social animals.
But that much freedom?
Yes. That is why you have all the time a conflict with the society and your personal inner natural state. In the inside, you are a natural human being, and your life is expressing into that natural way, and the society does not permit you to behave naturally, and you are all the time into the conflict. But society has to be maintained because it is a necessity. But if you understand, then you can remain into the balance or into the relaxation by following. When you are meeting the society, follow the social rules, and when you are meeting inside yourself, forget about the social rules, enjoy your natural state. This is the balance. When you go out of on your car, you have to observe the traffic rules. So what is the problem? There is no problem. So you have to observe the society rules, that's all. When you are going to the society, observe the society rules. But there you cannot say that I am a natural human being, I want to behave the way I like it. They will throw you out. Understand. This understanding will bring the balance inside you. When you are out, you understand the laws of society, you behave it. When you are in, you are natural. That's all. So there is no conflict.
No, my point is this: when somebody is bad, this is his creation or existence, nature, existence want this way.
He doesn't think this way. It is the nature of that being. Why it is created like this? Because every expression has a positive and negative points, qualities. Nobody is perfect. No creation is a perfect creation. It is a combination of positive, negative qualities. Somebody has more negative, less positive. Somebody has more positive, less negative. But it is not your choice or my choice that what kind of being that I am going to have. It is the nature that decides. And this is where we have been told that you have freedom to change it. And this is where you are in conflict within yourself, where you cannot change. So why I am given these negative qualities, I don't know. And why I am given these positive qualities, I don't know. But it is there. Let the life decide when to use it. When I have the anger inside, which is a negative quality, when I go to my factory, it is required to control the factory there. But if I have a positive quality, it is required because to speak to you people. So these are the balances of the qualities. Life decides at which situation, at which point these qualities has to be used. That's all.
But if everybody is puppets, then why need to blame Hitler and why need to praise Mahatma Gandhi?
Nobody blames. It is our ignorance that is blaming. This is what I said in Israel in front of the Jews, that I don't blame Hitler. And they were so angry on me. They said,
No, nowhere. What he can do, he says existence wants this
he
way.
did not say this. He did not have the understanding. That is why he died a miserable Hitler. If he would have understood that this is his quality and the life is using him, then he would have been an enlightened Hitler and died with relaxation.
Krishna.
He could not have changed as a Hitler.
No, he is a Krishna. Mahabharata.
Yes.
He himself doing. What can I do?
The difference, but then if you look to the purpose behind creating Hitler, is to create Israel itself. If there is no Hitler, there is no Israel was possible.
One place.
So there is a
one
positive
mention,
thing which
no
we do not
Hitler.
have.
Hitler, that's why no third world war.
Yeah. So these are all consequences which are positive consequences, which is a part of the story which moves further, the greater purpose, and somebody has to become a medium. Whether you are chosen to be expressing the positive or whether you are chosen to express the negative. It is not your choice, it is the way you are created. The moment you understand this, then the ego does not come in. The ego does not come in.
It means good and bad is our projection.
It
We are
is,
stage artists.
Yeah.
To act according to director.
somebody has to be villain and somebody has to be hero. We are all characters on this stage. So there is nothing that you blame. Our own misunderstanding or conditioned mind which projects and creates a judgment that something is bad, something is good, something is right, something is wrong, in reference to this reference points that we have created through our conditioning mind. Eating non-veg for a Hindu or a Jain is a sin, but for a Muslim it's not a sin. It's not a sin. Even the Brahmins of Bengal eat fish. It is not a sin for them. So they have not to go to the hell. So why there is a separate permission given to the Brahmins of Bengal to eat fish and not to the Brahmins of Maharashtra? This is our own projection. What we call bad or good is our own projection. There is nothing bad, nothing good. Nothing bad, nothing good. When you cross the limit, it is bad. When you do under the limit or into the limit, it is always good. My definition of bad is everything is bad when you cross the limit and everything is good when you are under the limit. That's all.
Just one question, last question by ક્યારેક મને એવું થાય કે કાં તો પરમાત્મામાં અક્કલ જેવું કંઈ છે જ નહીં અને જો મારા હાથમાં ન્યુક્લિયર વેપન હોય તો સૌથી પહેલાં હું પરમાત્માને ઉડાડી દઉં કારણ જે રીતનું જગત જોઉં છું એક સેકન્ડ પણ ચલાવી ના લેવાય એને કાં એમ થાય કે ના જે માણસ ફૂલ બનાવી શકે આવા સરસ ચાંદ તારા અનંત ગેલેક્સી જેને હજી સુધી કોઈ સંખ્યા ગણી પણ નથી શકું એવા મોટા મોટા સૂર્યો બનાવી શકે અને બધું જ જેમાં હોય આ ખુરશી બોલી ના શકે હું બોલી શકું આટલું જે કરી શકે એ અસ્તિત્વે જે માઇન્ડ નામની વસ્તુ બનાવી છે પ્રાણી પશુ પક્ષીને આપણે ભૂલી જાઓ ત્યાં ફરિયાદ કરવાનો સવાલ નથી પણ માણસના વિચિત્ર માઇન્ડ જ્યારે જોઈએ ત્યારે એમ થાય કે એ પરમાત્મામાં જ્યારે અક્કલ નહીં હોય તો થોડું સરખું કોમ્પ્યુટર જેવું બનાવ્યું હોત બાયો કોમ્પ્યુટર તો બધું સુંદર ને હાર્મોનિયસ ને બહુ સુંદર સુંદર બધું હોત તો કાં તો આપણી મિસઅન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ છે કે ભાઈ આપણે સમજી નથી શકતા અને પરમાત્માને અથવા જે કંઈ શક્તિને આપણે આપણા પ્રેમથી જોઈએ છે અને કાં આવું જે દરેકને વ્યક્તિગત મન જે આપવામાં આવ્યું છે ફ્રી મન કે પતન પણ થાય ઉન્નતિ પણ થાય અથવા જે રીતે જીવવું હોય જીવો તમારી મોજ તો આવું જે મન જે પરમાત્માએ બધામાં રચ્યું છે એની પાછળ કયો પર્પઝ છે કાં તો એમાં અક્કલ નથી અને કાં કંઈ રહસ્ય છે.
The basic thing is the misunderstanding that we have that there is somebody who has created this or who is responsible for miscreation or good creation. This is the first misunderstanding. This is all happening. Why it is happening? No answer to this. We have very limited instrument to understand the purpose of why it is happening. We have 5 senses and 1 intellect to understand this mystery. Beyond that, we do not have any other instrument to understand why it is like this and what is the purpose. So when you really understand, you do not question that what is the purpose behind all this, but you really understand that the purpose is to live. And what is the purpose to live is to live in harmony. So you don't break the harmony, because according to the level of understanding or level of intellect, you understand that everything is functioning through certain law. And law means when you break the law, you get the punishment, and when you are in harmony with law, you are relaxed. If you understand this whole happening, then you understand that you don't break the law so that you don't get the punishment. That is the purpose. The purpose to live is to understand that you don't break the law, you understand the law and remain in harmony with the law. The Ayurveda, same.
Santulan, samta.
So this is the base. Now your question is that the God who created this, that if you have a nuclear bomb with you, you will first blow off the God. This is your projection. There is nobody there. It is all happening.
किसको मारेंगे?
So,
को भी और आपको भी.
and you are also not separate from it. You are also an expression of it. So you cannot just say that there is somebody who is responsible for this mess so that you can blame him. It is all happening. So basically, why it is happening and for what it is happening, what is the purpose, instead of wasting our time and energy, it is better to understand that how I remain in harmony, in balance with the life that is given to me today at this moment. This is very important. So instead of shirking the responsibility of becoming happy now, you are trying to blame somebody who is making you unhappy now. You understand? So you are blaming somebody who is making you unhappy now, instead of understanding why I am unhappy now, what is my responsibility, not somebody's responsibility. So beyond the instrument of these 5 senses and the intellect, we cannot understand. The more you try to understand, the more you understand that you cannot understand. This is the reality, this is the truth. When the Socrates was asked that he is the person who knows everything, he is the wisest person, and somebody asked him that you have been certified by somebody that you are the wisest person of Athens, of Greece, then he said that I know nothing, that's all. This is the ultimate knowing, that I know nothing. You cannot know anything. So what is the whole idea of knowing God or knowing the whole universe? Science is just trying very superficially on the surface. The more you are trying to extend the visibility area and you go to the boundary, you have a long invisible area which remains there. Science has also accepted that we are able to understand hardly a drop into the ocean. Just one drop of water into the ocean, not beyond that. So we do not try, or we should not try to go into all these nonsense questions or go into all nonsense reactions or becoming angry on God. But the real question is how I can be happy now, how I can be relaxed now, how I can be balanced now, how I can be in harmony with life now. This is the basic question. If you just solve this problem, then you will understand, not in the language of knowledge, but you will understand that there is nobody there, there is nothing there. It is all happening. And you will be aghast of this happening. In that state of aghast, there is nothing, no moment there. There is no moment there. Absolute silence. the questioner, which is mind, wants to get the answer, dissolves. Absolute nothing. And that is the mystery of it. Nobody can solve it. Nobody can solve it. We are so pygmies, so much nothing. Look at the whole existence. Dark night when you sleep in the terrace. Look at the whole star-studded sky. Just vastness of the whole existence. And imagine that where you stand. Where you stand. This solar system into this galaxy, very small. Into that solar system, this planet Earth, which is just a dot. In that planet Earth, there is small Pune. Into that small Pune, a small house. Into that small house, a small terrace. In that small terrace, a small tiny drop. I am there. Where do I exist? Nobody there.
So just I am nothing.
And that silence inside, that nothingness inside, is so fullness. It's so fullness, so I cannot express into the words, that it just bubbles from inside, dances from inside. And there is nothing that you claim that I am this whole existence, nothing. You are that, that's all. You are not separate from that. So enough. Thank you very much.
आज आपके जन्मदिन पर आपने इतने रियल शब्दों का प्रयोग करके सबको।
मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बैठा बैठा बकवास कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ, वही ईश्वर ही कर रहा है, वही कर रहा है जो है आप में, जो है
इनमें मौन द्वारा बह रहा है, मेरे यहाँ शब्दों द्वारा बह रहा है, बस। वही है, वही मौन है, वही शब्द है।
स्वामी जी, क्या आप सोते समय आपको जब सोते हैं तो ये फिजिकल बॉडी आपकी सो जाती है और आपको अवेयरनेस बना रहता है कि आप गहरी निद्रा में चले जाते हैं? उस समय अवेयरनेस की क्या हालत होती है? खाली
मैं कोई चिंता ही नहीं करता, वो बॉडी डिसाइड करती है।
वो सुंदर बात है।
मेरे को क्या है, मेरे को कोई क्लेम ही नहीं करना है कि मैं कहाँ पहुँचा हूँ कि कहाँ
नहीं, वो क्लेम की बात।
तो फिर ये जो बातें हैं कि जब मैं जब ऐसे मानने लगता हूँ कि मैं कहाँ पहुँचा हूँ, तो फिर ये बॉडी की अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए या कुछ निद्रा में चला जाना चाहिए या सपना नहीं होना चाहिए।
जब तक आप बोलेंगे नहीं तब तक स्वामी जी को कैसे पता चले कि आप जागे हुए हो?
ये नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है।
चकासेंगे तो पता चलेगा ना।
नहीं,
मैं तो कहता हूँ मैं जागा हुआ भी नहीं हूँ, मैं सोया हुआ भी नहीं हूँ, मैं तो जिया हुआ हूँ, मैं तो जीता हूँ बस।
नहीं, ये रियल पर्सन और कुछ नहीं।
दरेक बुद्ध गुरु थे वो जरूरी
नहीं, जरूर नहीं, बस मैं तो बस आनंद से जी रहा हूँ। आई एम ए लिविंग पर्सन, dancing with life, singing with life, with all my problems, with all my pains, with all my suffering. I am just relaxed. कोई क्लेम नहीं है,
नहीं,
कुछ कहना भी नहीं है कि कोई मौन में बैठ जाओ कि कोई मेरे साथ आओ या कुछ भी नहीं है। मैं अपनी मस्ती में जीता हूँ। आप आए हैं, मैं मस्ती से बोलता हूँ। कोई नहीं आता है तो भी मस्ती है, नहीं आता है तो भी मस्ती है। बस अपनी मस्ती बांटता हूँ, अपना आनंद बांटता हूँ, अपना प्रेम बांटता हूँ, बस बाकी कुछ नहीं। और जगाने का प्रयत्न करता हूँ कि कितना प्रेशियस लाइफ है। लाइफ इज सो प्रेशियस, ईच मोमेंट इज सो प्रेशियस दैट वंस इट इज गॉन, इट इज गॉन, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू कम बैक अगेन। वाई डोंट यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रेशियसनेस ऑफ दिस मोमेंट? यही मैं कहना चाहता हूँ। दिस इज वॉट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, दैट डोंट टेक लाइफ एज इफ इट हैज़ नो वैल्यू एट ऑल। वो कभी वापस नहीं आने वाला है। So it is up to you whether you want to spend this moment with happiness or with unhappiness. दुख से जीना है या सुख से जीना है, वो आप नक्की करो ने।
जैसा भी समाज का वातावरण हो स्वामी जी,
बस,
लेकिन स्वयं अपने को अगर उसने वो कर लिया तो समझ लीजिए
हाँ,
खुश हो गया।
बस
कैसा भी वातावरण हो, इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
स्वामी जी, if everything is okay, harmonious, beautifully running, then where is the need of master's work?
That is a question when everything happens like this. But it is not. That's why there is a master's need.
But one thing you
So
accept
everybody,
that now nothing
your
is
question,
okay.
your question implies that if everybody is healthy, then what is the need of a doctor?
But this I ask you before you give answer that everything is okay, natural, and in
But for me,
balance.
With that
but for you it is not. That's why you need a master. I don't need a master. You need a master. I don't need a master. It is not that you need a master or I need a master. It is something which is happening that the life provides at that moment what is required. That's all. If there is disease, there is going to be a doctor. If there is people who are unconscious, sleeping, there is going to be a master who is going to be available to wake you up. That's all. It is the way it is happening.
So master is a physician.
Yes, master is a physician. It's a
प्रकृति ने
physician.
चुना है उसको, परमात्मा ने चुना है।
So, it is the necessity of the life itself. It is not that the master wants to be a master or you want to be a disciple. It is the way it happens. It happens. We are not aware of the happening. That is why we bring our ego that I came, I am speaking. This I is just an illusion. It is all happening. And if you understand this happening, then this understanding will liberate you from all these games. All these games. Then it will be like wherever it takes you. It's like a dry leaf into the wind, wherever it takes you. Like a master coming to the mark. You see, it takes. So it is not something that he decides or I decide. It is the way life decides to bring it. You see, वो कहाँ दो पत्ते हवा में उड़ते उड़ते मिल जाते हैं, फिर वापस चले जाते हैं अपने अपने राह पे. ऐसी कुछ है चीज़. This is all happening and everything is the way it is happening. We unnecessarily create our own projections and judge the situations and label it and unnecessarily react to that and fight to change, and that reaction to reaction makes you miserable or unhappy.
Agyan.
If there is a necessity to change or to do something about it, there will be somewhere somebody becoming medium to bring a change. The change also is a part of happening. So the doing itself is a part of ignorance. Even the doing is a happening, but the doer, when it claims the doing, is an illusion. You see, is an illusion. If you understand this whole mechanism, the way it is happening, then you are free. Then you are free. Not free from all doing, not free from all responsibilities, but free from the reactions of that what you have misunderstood. You will be free from. That is making you miserable or unhappy. The ignorance is not bliss, it is suffering.
મને તો ગુસ્સો ચડે ભગવાન. એ પાર્ટ છે ને એમાં હું શું કરું?
So enough for today. Thank you. Everybody is requested to sit and share with me some prasad that we have, and have dinner with me or prasad with me. So Vivo. ये तो उल्टी गंगा है, लेकिन खाली होना ये अपनी वो दोनों में से कुछ भी नहीं. हम क्या समझते कि हमें बढ़ना है, ये बढ़ना तो हम खाली होना है, बस जगह खाली करेगा. कहाँ पाओगे ये अपने आप में, वो तो वही दिखेगा. साथ बड़ी मज़ा आती है क्योंकि